Hi, this is Scott from Scott Shot Media. Today is Monday, July 13th, and this is what is happening on the mountain. Some traffic updates for today and tomorrow to share with you. A lot of Caltrans projects going on this week. Currently on State Route 330, the ongoing bridge construction work has you down to one lane below the lower passing lane. That work is expected to continue through the end of next month. Higher up on State Route 330, Caltrans is in a couple miles each day. They're going to spend the next week or two doing some maintenance work. So today they start at the very top of the 330, then make it down a couple of miles, and then tomorrow they'll start down where they left off, and that will continue Monday through Friday for the next week or two, probably from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. So just slow for the cone zone. Use caution. Also today, similar projects going on State Route 38. Caltrans is doing some utility work. Actually, they're doing some drainage cleaning. And they'll do a couple miles a day, and they'll keep making their way down the 38 till they're done. So that's expected to last the next few days from about 9 to 3. So between Jenks Lake and Barton Flats for some drainage cleaning. Also today, it's not reflected on the maps. I don't know if they're just slow to start or if they've postponed it till tomorrow, but you can expect there to be some utility work along the side of the 18 between Snow Valley and Lakeview Point. Up here in before the Arctic Circle, and they call that the Little Arctic Circle. So just use caution in the area. That might have you down to one lane for traffic control between 9 and 3 today. And then most of that work continues tomorrow. And with addition of a pavement project on State Route 189 up here in Lake Arrowhead, where they had that ongoing utility work near Cottage Grove. So they're going to be doing some pavement repaving or pavement repairs tomorrow from 9 to 3. And then along the 173 from on the Lake Arrowhead side from the beginning to the end, from the 18 all the way out past the shooting range, they're going to be doing some utility work from 8 to 4 o'clock tomorrow. So lots of traffic to update you on. Weather's going to be nice for the week. Highs in the upper 70s to low 80s, and with a slight cool off between now and Wednesday before a warm up again, but nothing as hot as it was this past weekend, which is great. So there are no current watches, warnings, or advisories on the mountain. There is an excessive heat warning in effect for our desert areas in San Bernardino County, but nothing on the mountain for today. No fires to report. Of course, over the weekend, there was a lot of smoke checks and people having barbecues, and people thought they saw smoke, but no fires, nothing significant to report on the mountain over the weekend or today. However, there was some crime to report, and I went back to Saturday just because we had a homicide reported in Crestline on Saturday. So we reported on that separately. You can also see in the local media, there's a lot of reports about who the victim was, and then requests from the public's assistance if they have any information regarding that murder. Additionally, or that homicide investigation. Additionally, in Crestline, there was a grand theft auto over the weekend over there on Crest Forest Drive. There was also a burglary on Scenic Drive. There were 2 people arrested. I believe this was at the 7-Eleven on, let's see, where was that? Yeah, I believe that was at the 7-Eleven. 2 people arrested for possession of heroin. That actually occurred on Friday. A handful of burglaries, the most recent one in Twin Peaks. Yesterday occurred on Cedar Lane. Over here in Lake Arrowhead, there was a person arrested for carrying a concealed weapon. And over here in Cedar Glen, somebody's Wasn't clear what was stolen. It was a motorcycle or a boat, or not an automobile, but some other registered vehicle was stolen there on Hook Creek Road. And lastly, over here in Big Bear Lake, yesterday there was someone had their license plate stolen over on Village Drive. Power outages, two to report today over here in Lake Gregory. 25 customers are without power as Edison upgrades the equipment. The power is expected to be restored around 2 o'clock today. And then in Twin Peaks, there's about 10 customers without power as Edison improves the telephone poles, and their power is expected to be restored by 3:45. And lastly, our COVID-19 update over the weekend. Since we last reported 57 cases on Friday, we now have 10 additional cases to report, bringing our total mountain-wide to 67. Running Springs has an additional case, bringing their total to 12. Rim Forest remains at 1. Crestline, 3 additional cases, bringing the total to 28. Big Bear Lake, 3 additional cases, bringing the total to 16. And additional case in Big Bear City, bringing their cases to 10. The death totals remain the same for now, but we are aware that there may be 1 or 2 deaths to add across the mountain as soon as it's reported by the county. 1 in Blue Jay, 2 in Crestline. So again, this is Scott from Scott Shop Media. That is what is happening on the mountain. You can certainly follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Periscope. On Facebook, it's what is happening on the mountain, Scott Shot 360 or Smart Drone 360. And on the other social media, the hashtag is at Scott Shot Media.